Hey, hey, Kristen, your girl from Whole Family Health Food here. Okay, let's continue our conversation about stress, anxiety, and sleep. And let's talk about a few tools that are amazingly effective and that I don't probably discuss as much as I could or should. Uh, you know that theanine is like my favorite amino acid of all time, but there's another amino acid that's extremely effective, especially if you're experiencing a low mood. And that is this guy, 5-HTP. 5-HTP is a precursor to that happy neurotransmitter, that chemical in our brain, serotonin. And so when we're experiencing a really low mood, supplementing with 5-HTP can be extremely effective. Now, here's the important thing to note, and probably why I don't talk about this so much in public forums like this, because I do get concerned that people are picking up the information and maybe running with it without consulting with a practitioner or someone who can give them some guidance around it. 5-HTP cannot be taken with medication for depression. So if you're on an SSRI medication, then you cannot take 5-HTP. It is contraindicated. Why? Because they're essentially trying to do the exact same thing in your brain. And you're going to end up with an effect that's more aggressive than you want it to be. So if you're on medication for anxiety or depression, you really want to make sure that you're reading the cautions and warnings, all this fine print on the bottle, because there are certainly natural health products that can support your medication and help you get the greatest benefit from it, like omega-3s, like vitamin D, even a little theanine can be useful, but there are cases where you want to make sure you're reading those cautions and warnings, because what you might get is a case like this where 5-HTP and an SSRI medication are trying to do the same thing, and the result is going to be more than your body can handle. Or you get something called a potentiating effect. So a lot of herbs that are more relaxing, sedating herbs like passion flower or lemon balm, they are going to be doing the same thing as an anti-anxiety medication, right? Which is trying to chill you out and sedate you slightly. So you don't necessarily want to be taking those two things at the same time, because you're going to get one doing what you want it to do and then the herb doing the same thing on top of it, and you might just find that the effect is more dramatic than you want it to be. So always read cautions and warnings on your natural health products if you're going to self-select, self-prescribe, and you're already taking a pharmaceutical medication for mood or anxiety. Okay, so that said, if you're taking no medication and you're finding your mood is really low, 5-HTP can be an amazing tool. Also, if you're experiencing some more severe or acute anxiety, like some panic attacks that are it's not happening consistently throughout your day, but it's coming in waves, then I love to have some GABA on hand. And again, GABA is mildly sedating, so if you're already taking medication for that, read the cautions and warnings, talk to your practitioner. But this is a fairly mild dose. It's 100 milligram per chewable tablet. So it's one of those things that's kind of nice to just keep in your purse if you need to, because you can chew a tablet and it can really take the edge off an acute panic attack. So GABA in higher doses, you can use it for sleep because it is mildly sedating. But in a low dose, like this 100 milligram chewable tablet, you could use it for acute anxiety, and that can really help take the edge off. So those are a couple of more tools that, like I say, you want to proceed with caution. You want to talk to your doctor or your practitioner if there's already medication or other natural health formulations being prescribed to you, and make sure that you're not doubling up and getting double the effect that you actually want to be getting. But if you are flying solo and you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling like, I'm doing all the things, I'm eating well, I'm reducing my coffee, I'm reducing my alcohol, my sugar's not too bad, I'm still just feeling like overwhelmed by all of it and the B vitamins ain't cutting it, then we can definitely kick it up a notch, go into a higher gear with some more targeted formulations and ingredients that can help you in more specific ways. So if you feel like you're curious about that support and what it could look like for you, then please reach out and we can help give you some guidance in those areas.